I experienced what I knew consciously for the first time was a seizure. And then giving up the diet for 10 days. The course was 10 days. It was ongoing. I had at least 8 or 10 seizures per day that were pretty heavy, followed by patterns of not really being there. So when I'm off the diet, I don't know that I'm even able to be communicative, frankly. It's that bad. It's really that bad. My name is David Spranger. I'm 58, I think 57, 58. I was an IT specialist working for the Mecklenburg County, the government where I live, for nearly 20 years. I rode my bike to work most every day. And in 2015, I was hit on my bicycle and left for dead in the road. And that's where I began the seizure journey. I am semi-conscious. I stay conscious throughout. I think they're called focal with awareness, or with impaired awareness. Focal with impaired awareness. The diet controls those. The focal with impaired awareness. They used to be called complex partials. In any case, many names given to these seizures. But I do stay aware that all the time. People can't talk to me. I can't talk to them. But I'm aware of what's happening around me, for sure. The diet controls those fully. Every once in a while, I have a breakthrough of those. I have also simple partial seizures that they used to be called. Now they're focal with awareness. Seizures that happen, and I've actually had 4 or 5 since we've been on a conversation, and they haven't interrupted anything. So they are no big deal. But I have those, and the diet does not control those whatsoever. The doctors have been working with me on controlling those, but nothing so far has done that. But the diet controls the focals with impaired awareness. And when I have those, I generally can feel it coming on. And when I do, I get into a seated position, because I have control when I'm seated. And when I do, I feel myself outside of myself. Everything is rushing at me. Sounds are much more intense. In fact, they sound like they're coming to a crescendo. Everything that is making the sound sounds like it's coming to a crescendo. The world feels like it's coming to a crescendo for me. And then it reaches some points and it just starts fading off from that point. And it takes 30, 40 minutes for that to wear off. And then I'm pretty worn out for the rest of the day from that. Now, when I'm off the diet, if it's just one that's a breakthrough, that's about what will happen for that day. And I'll just be bad for that day, and I'll be better the next day. But when I'm off the diet, like for that meditation course, I'm never fully out of that one before the next one starts again. So I can say that's what they feel like for me. One of the more common ones is a smell. I haven't had that one this morning, but I get a phantom odor that doesn't exist in real life. And that becomes very strong for me, and it actually will stay with me for a little while, or come and go, I should say, for a little while. Maybe for the rest of the day I will have that. But what I've been experiencing, like while I've been having our conversation, is I got this thing that I call a parking deck. And if you've ever been inside of a parking deck, multi-level parking deck, like on an upper level, you're just standing there and a car drives by you and you feel the whole deck do this. That's what it feels like for me when I have one of those. And I've had maybe 3 or 4 since we've had our conversation. I actually don't have those pretty often. They've been in well control since I started this the CBD thing that my doctor's on me now, Epidiolex. But when I'm in stressful situations like this interview, they happen more often. The seizures contribute to where I have periods of confusion also, and that's maybe part of the TBI, brain memory issues too that are caused by this as well. But in any case, I'm established enough in that I don't even want to put myself out there to go down the road and suddenly forget what I'm doing or where I'm at. So I don't ride my bike anymore. I don't much get out into public. I go to the library a couple times a week, and I go grocery shopping with my wife.